Hey guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter when you may catch this recording, or if you're in the room, hey, welcome to the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I appreciate you guys being here. As always, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and put them down in the chat. I have a few things that we're going to hit on, some up and coming things that are going on for you to pay attention to as an influencer. That's always going to be the biggest thing is doing this as a business, not just as a hobby or not just, kind of just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. But we are in game time, y'all. There's so many things happening, and I want to alert you to some of them that you may not have been paying attention to, some of them that you may already know about. We're going to hit on some of those things. First and foremost, the spring sale starts next week. It's the 25th to the 31st. Here's why that is so significant for you as an influencer on Amazon. It's because unlike Prime Day deals where they have to be a Prime member, now they don't have to be a Prime member in order for them to get access to these deals. So the sales are absolutely phenomenal on different things, right? But here's the thing. They specified which categories were going to be on sale for this spring sale. And the list is beauty, tech, home goods, travel, Amazon gadgets, outdoor furniture, sports. Now we know this is the time of year where people are starting to get ready and revved up and replacing different things for whatever sport, their child may be in. This is the time where you start to see, again, people are starting to rev up for end of the year stuff. Graduations are about to start happening. People are on spring break. So of course, travel is really, up around this time for that and for wedding season and for, spring break and for graduations. All people are moving and shaking. So it's really, it really makes sense that these are the actual categories that they were specifying are the ones that are going to be a part of this really big sale. How does that work for us? As an influencer, that means if one of these categories is one of your top 3 to 5. Remember, we're always talking about those 3 to 5 categories that you do really well in. So if one of these categories is a part of your 3 to 5, then that means this is your time to hone in. This is your time to make sure that you're sharing out the links or sharing out the videos or pictures that you've posted to other social media all other social media platforms and giving the link back to your storefront or that particular piece of content on Amazon. If you're not in one of these categories, then look at the things that you have that still may be something that's similar. That still may be something that you think people would pay attention to around this time of year. Again, we always focus on making sure that you know your numbers, because knowing your numbers allows you to be able to know where you should put your time, where you should put your energy, where you should put your money. Because we know all brands don't send samples. Some of them we have to make an investment. But with that being said, we should know where we're putting that time, energy, and money. And that way we're not wasting time, energy, or money. That's coming through clear. Y'all got it? Y'all good? So with that being said, the spring sale starts 25th to the 31st. Here's another thing that's really key about this spring sale. Not only do we have the spring sale going on, Hall has a 50% off sale going on as well. Now, remember I said before we started recording that here's a bit of something that you may not have paid attention to that may be affecting your sales. It's Hall. Hall has become a kind of almost like a focal point for what Amazon is doing right now. So I've seen them start to market it more. I've seen, on certain platforms how they've been marketing it. So that may be a potential reason why your numbers haven't been what they normally have been. It's because people have been pulled onto the site to go to Hall, and they may or may not buy something from Hall. But remember, Hall is a whole separate site within the Amazon site. So there's 50% off for just Amazon haul products. So now we have this Amazon sale, but then you still have this haul sale that's 50% off. And anything on haul is typically less than $20. That's definitely gonna like that's definitely going, be a check mark for some people. They're gonna go after that, especially with everything that's going on with the with again, we still don't know fully what's going on with TikTok. Then you still have the stuff that's going on with the tariffs. You still have stuff going on. Like it's still a lot going on when it comes to some of the other platforms. So you need to make sure that you're paying attention to this as well. So I saw in the comments, Andrew said his numbers are up this quarter compared to the previous 2 years. Yes, good. Now, Andrew, what are your, if you don't mind sharing, what are your categories? Do you know your well, I know you know your categories. What's your categories? Because I think I've seen some categories that have been doing really well during this year. Well, during this time, I said during this quarter, I should say. I've seen some categories that have been doing really well. I've seen some categories that have completely dropped off. Hey, Lane, how you doing? I've seen some that have completely, like, absolutely dropped off. But also, if it's any of these that we just talked about that are supposed to be highlighted during this spring sale, that's something to pay attention to. So, of course, we got the spring sale. We have Mother's Day coming up. We have you're seeing a lot of customized products, especially on Creator Connections. There are a lot of customized products coming up. Here's some of them that I've seen. Customized puzzles, customized shirts where you can get like mom or get your kids' names and stuff on the shirt. I saw customized, of course, the regular pictures. You can get pictures done and blown up to whatever size you need it to be blown up to. I've seen the lockets and some of the necklaces that have been coming up. That part. Right, exactly. I've seen a lot of stuff coming up customized that some of them are like, oh, okay, that's the norm. I've seen that before, but some of them are products that I haven't seen before. Like I've never thought of giving somebody a customized puzzle. I mean, it's a thing, I guess. It could there there's a lot that could I I don't know. Listen, it's out there. So you're seeing a lot of the customized products. Here are the pros and cons of having customized products that you're doing content for. I've had customized products that I've done content for. Um, the customized products are great, but sometimes they are only seasonal, depending on how you use the customized product. Now, I know that one of the customized products I did was for a gift for a wedding, but it was for a man. So it could be something that could be featured or talked about for Father's Day, for Christmas, for his birthday, for different times of the year. So that was why I chose that particular one. A customized puzzle, there may be a few times that you could use that, but typically Mother's Day would probably be the biggest time that they would promote these customized puzzles. I'm hungry. Yep. I want a snack. That part. So that would probably be the best time that they would market this. So you have to look at these customized products to determine, is this going to be something that is going to be seasonal and can continually come back? Is it something that doesn't have a lot of reviews? Is it something that's brand new? Because you don't know if it'll come back. I've had some customized products that never came back. They had the plaques where you can put like a certain song in somebody's picture and different things like that. I've had some of those that I've done content for and they never came back. Like The brand I don't even think is on Amazon anymore. So you have to pay attention to those when you're thinking about doing content for customized products. Some of them are going to be great because you can use them always. You can always come back and promote it in some way or shape or form. But others, it's going to be like a one and done pretty much. Let's see. Andrew said home and kitchen, electronics, office products, grocery, food, health, household, top five. Yep. And again, those of you that don't know, we talked about how to find your top five on the app in Amazon, but also if you go to the Logie app in your dashboard, it will tell you the top categories. It'll tell you your top products. You should know this before interacting and trying to connect with brands, especially if you're looking for brands to send you samples, because you can tell them, hey, I have a sample for this. I did a video for it. I did a picture for it. It's doing really well. It's one of my top five categories. It's one of my top three. And again, it's a way that you can leverage what you already have. Yeah, Sandy said, just like in finances, I really think diversity is key to try and prevent your sales from dropping off. Try to have shoppable videos in a variety of categories. Exactly. But that was why we said looking at your top 3 to 5. But here's the reason. If you're looking at your top 3 to 5, you know what's working with the people that are connecting with your content. So this may be people that are coming off of Amazon. If you're somebody that's doing offsite really well, if you're somebody that's doing on-site really well, then it may just be that type of video is working a lot better than some of the others. I have, I have I don't even know how many categories my products that I've done videos for, but I've seen what's worked really well and went and focused there. I have some videos, like I've done videos for wigs. Y'all know that. Typically see my hair natural in twist or braids or something. I don't wear wigs, but I'll do a video for one. But I found that they convert. But it doesn't make sense for me to go and just do wig campaigns, get the wig, do the video for it to convert maybe 4 or 5 times. It's not the best use of time for me. But what I did do is I know my sister who she just started doing the program and has been doing pretty good. She's just started doing the program as well, and she does wigs. So the wig brands that I was working with, I was like, hey, I know somebody else that can that you can work with that does wigs. She does the whole setup, and that works a whole lot better. Um, Megan said, I signed up for the campaign with customized doll that says, I love pickles. I saw that campaign. I saw that one. There's been a couple different things that even like there was like the crochet animals and stuff. There's a lot that's been coming up on CC, and we'll talk about that in a second too. There's been a lot. Um, Listen, Lane said, yeah, that's a photo I took and made into a puzzle. Listen, I got it for my kids as a Christmas gift 1 year so that we could put it together as a family. Now, see, come on, come through, Lane. I like that idea. And that's a great way to market it. But I had never seen anybody do a customized puzzle. I keep wanting to say pretzel, y'all. I must want a Philadelphia pretzel for sure. Uh, I hadn't seen one before. Um, Andrew said I should also mention 99% of my videos are unboxing only with 1% product reviews, currently with plans to review all the products, 1,100 products. Woo-wee, Andrew. That's a lot. That's a lot of work. But we talked about some easy ways to be able to create content, especially when you talk about reviews, because if you're using the product, you can do the review right there. So Mother's Day, we talked about the pros and cons of the customized products. Father's Day will be right behind it. We have March Madness. We have festivals, concerts, and conferences. Again, we talked about how right now travel is going to be up. It's a weird space, but travel is definitely still moving and shaking. So people need luggage. People need locks for their luggage. They need the locks that you can put on the door, the safety locks that you can put on your hotel door. They need, like, all of these things are trending. The bags that have the RFID blocking, these things are trending. Sunglasses right now, those sales are about to go up because guess what? People are traveling to places where they need their sunglasses. That part. Exactly. Exactly. Selling a lot of swimwear and resort wear. Yep. It's going to be selling because people are going on cruises. Again, spring break, cruises, all of this stuff is going on right now. And sales for these things are definitely going to be pretty good next week. So again, this is also something we're talking about this because this is what you need to pay attention to for your particular platform, for your particular content, because then you can say, okay, well, I know these were the categories that were on sale. This is how I saw an increase. It may not be always an increase in the money, because we've known that when things are on sale, it doesn't necessarily mean that your numbers go up. Sometimes your numbers for how much converts may go up, but it's always a hit or miss because they're getting it at that discounted rate. Andrew Lane has a question for you in the comments. Damn poor. The festivals, the concerts, the conferences. Also, we're looking at the backpack, the what do they call it? The bladder that you could put water in. Um, and you can use for camping. This is also a time where you may see people are getting RVs, people are getting tents. You call it is that what it's called? I've had a camelback. Wait a minute.
Camelback is a brand, but water bladder is the correct term. There's another brand called Platypus as well.
Oh, there's one. That's adorable. Because I was like, wait, a camelback? Because my children they currently live in Colorado. So when I was showing them one, they were like, oh yeah, that's a bladder. And I was like, right, sure it is. We'll go with that. Like, we'll go with that. I'm not opposed to that. That works.
There you go.
See, that also gives a great example because Andrew put in the comments and said, listen, my most of my videos are unboxing, and this is how I'm doing with unboxing videos, because people always ask the question whether you're have been doing this for a while or you're new to this, what works best. You have to know what's going to work best with the people that's engaging with your content. Sometimes it's unboxing videos work amazing. Sometimes they want to see you try it on, use it, abuse it, mishandle it, break it. Listen, y'all know when we do stuff with Logie, 800 is always like, yeah, if you break it, that's how we know what we need to change or how we need to make adjustments. People need to know those things. If you tried something and it didn't fit, it didn't work, it was weird trying to figure it out, say that. I know I had a video that I did for an entertainment center. Now, granted, as a single mother, I put together a ton of stuff, dressers, beds. Listen, if I had it and had to put it together, it got put together. However, by any means necessary, not always with the proper tools, but that's a whole other discussion for a different day. But it got put together. And so this entertainment center came in, and I was like, great. But I had a team. I had one of my sisters that was going to help. We're doing it together, and we get to one point of it, and there's no holes. I've how am I what oh, okay. I've never gotten something that didn't have the holes. Like, it had two holes, but it was supposed to be four. So you had to make the other two holes. And I said that in the video. Because if you thought you were going to put this together with a screwdriver, you were sadly mistaken. But here's the thing, that allowed me to do more than one video for that particular product. Because I did one video putting it together, showing how it works. I did another video was like, these are like three things that I learned while putting this together, or here's 5 things I learned while putting this together. Again, those are the things that stand out because now somebody coming to it would go, oh, oh, I'm going to need more than a screwdriver to put this together. And it's so much better than somebody just saying, before you buy, look at this. Why? Why? Just to see your face? I don't want to see you. Why? No, tell me why I need to look at this video. You need to look at this video because here are the 3 mistakes I made trying to put this together. Here's the one thing I wish I had that I didn't when I was trying to put this together. Like, those are the things that people want to know. And it allows you to go back and do content for products you've already put together. We talk about this too, because this is the time where you can put some new content out for the products you already have. I've had this for a year. It still works. I've been using this, and now, my sister wants one. Again, it's the content that we can continue to create. We also have Easter coming up. We also have people doing outside activities. So pickleball, tennis, swimming, hiking, again, camping, all of those things. People are revving up because this is the time of year where it starts to get a little warmer. And so they're kind of venturing out to go and do things again. The other thing is backyard and patio. This is a time of year we talked before about spring cleaning. This is the time of year where people look and they start cleaning up the backyard. Weed whackers, lawn mowers, grills, those things. Listen, even too, you may start seeing campaigns for like awnings to put on the back of your house, or the special shades for you to put on if you have like an enclosed back patio, or even if you have an open one, but they have special shades that you can use. You'll start seeing campaigns for all of those things come up right now. um, Torches, the tiki torches, fire pits. That's another thing. You're going to see tabletop fire pits and regular fire pits. You're going to start seeing a bunch of those campaigns as well, because that's what's going on right now. All right. So we talked about the different if things that are coming up in the next couple months. Uh, we talked about checking your emails. This is the time of year also, if you are being invited to any of the special promotions with Amazon for the second quarter, this is the time that you'll get that email. I'm not saying everybody will get the email. Everybody does not get the email, and everybody's email is not the same. So you are not to talk about the email according to TOS. Okay. But what we can say is this is usually around the time that you'll get that email that'll say, would you like to do dot, dot, dot? And you have to opt in to do it in order to be a part of it. We don't, to this day, we don't know how they determine who gets what programs, who gets what opportunities or promotions. I don't know. They just do. So you do a little happy dance if you get it. If you don't, you just say, yeah, okay, you keep moving forward. You keep moving forward. Don't stress out about it. Carrie said, and I filmed every piece of furniture with my iPhone 12 years ago, and I'm going to go refilm it with my iPhone 15. And you know what, Carrie? And if you do a video and you're, going and re-recording certain things, and you can show them the iPhone 15, you can tag it in the video, because people still ask questions on what they can use to record content. We still have to remember there are still people that are brand new to this program and brand new to being a content creator, brand new to being a live streamer, brand new to being, all of the things that we have years or however much experience on. There's still people that are coming in and just getting started. Have you all filed your taxes for the year already? If not, you should really consider how many purchases you can use as write-offs. Definitely. I was bummed the other day by UK had more products added to exclusion list. Yes, that's why we talked about on that email. There were some very key emails. There were some changes to terms of service. Again, So definitely make sure that you are going and checking that out. Carrie, thank you so much for putting that in the comments. She just posted the link for the Amazon Message Center. Yes, Andrew, also great tip in the comments. Do it in both formats, landscape and vertical, and compare the clicks or conversions, that part. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's never ending changes. We will have changes until there's no more program. um, so this is again the time of year where those types of emails come out, where if you are a part of the special promotions, you'll get that email. If you haven't gotten it this week, you may not get it. You may get it next week. Again, we don't know how they send it out. Um, Another cool thing, if you everybody should know how to kind of maneuver through creator connections. Some of you are probably still stressed out because you still have over 10,000, 20,000 creator connection campaigns. Some of you you've created your process, you understand how to get through the campaigns. Great. What you may have noticed on not only creator connections but on Logie as well is there have been new products and new brands. I know back the back when we first started doing it, we just kept seeing the same brands over and over and over again, and they would kind of flood the system with all of these different campaigns for the same product. But within the last month and a half, there have been a ton of new brands, and there have been new brands added to Amazon as well. If you not, again, pay attention to your emails. They send you emails when a new brand comes. I think the newest one was like Michael Kors just came to Amazon, which also gives you a kind of temperature of what's happening, where bigger brands that you normally see in a store are coming to Amazon. Months back, you saw Gap start doing some campaigns through Amazon. Um, the other thing is Amazon products have now started popping up. Those Amazon gadgets, which are going to be a part of that sale next week, you've seen some of those start popping up. So when we say the Amazon gadgets, we're talking about, I haven't seen anything for Kindle, but I have seen the Ring doorbell. I've seen some of their fingerprint entry door contraption. I've seen some of the brands that are specifically with Amazon or through Amazon start popping up. So pay attention. If you already have content for these, that's another thing we're going to talk about. If you already have content for some of these brands, immediately hit that button and post the link. Hit the button, post the link. Now, I know that there's some people that say, oh, no, you don't have to post a link. Let me tell you something. What the terms of service say? What it say in that when you accept the campaign, what it say? It say post a link, right? Post at least one link. Don't get caught up. We have gotten caught up in the past listening to people tell us shortcuts that cut us. Okay? Careful. Careful. So, uh yeah, make sure that you're posting at least one link. Something that I will say, and you guys know that I give y'all a lot of like tips, kind of, I try my best. When you accept a campaign, if you don't already have a product for that particular campaign, or you're trying to get a sample, do a Pinterest link, do a link somewhere. So you at least have that one link that you can post. So even if that brand never sends you any sample, you still have that one, and you're actually it potentially have the option to be able to make money if somebody goes through that link, as opposed to you waiting on the brand and not having anything there and not getting any type of engagement. Okay, I see some. Yes, they are still using vertical content. I just saw that comment come up. They are still using vertical content. Matter of fact, they are using the vertical content when they are promoting on other social media platforms. If you are signed into the, what's it called? The ad campaign, they're using it there. And the videos are coming up in the carousels as well. I've seen vertical videos in both the top and lower carousels. Um, oh, and then also, depending on the video, when people are scrolling through products, sometimes those videos are coming up there. I think Stas did it like a while back. He talked about some of the placements where your videos can come into play. Another place where you may see both vertical and horizontal videos is after somebody makes a purchase, there are videos that pop up there now. So there's videos, pictures that pop up, and their videos can be, it can be a live stream, it can be somebody shoppable content. I've seen both. I've seen all three, like picture, video, and live stream. I've seen all three pop up right after making a purchase. Mm-hmm. um, Lane said, but I'm in like 900 plus campaigns. I'm right there with you, Lane. I am right there with you. That's why I had to start getting into a habit of, let me go ahead and just post this link. Let me go ahead and post this link. Because if not, and people will go, well, it's hard to go through the campaigns. It's not. Be very deliberate. You're either going to go through it in one of two ways. You're going to go through process of elimination and start eliminating everything that you don't want, and seeing what you do want as you're going through the process, or you're just going to put in what it is that you want and go through it that way. But don't don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed, because yeah, you will go in and there's like 15,000 campaigns. You'll go through like 1,500 campaigns and come back and there's another 3,000 campaigns. Because again, they have been adding so many new brands and new campaigns. It's crazy. I've seen campaigns for stuff and I was like, I don't I don't even think we're supposed to make a video for that. I don't know how anybody would make a video for that, but if that's your zhuzh, we love that for you. But that won't be me. But I've seen all types of stuff. Something else that has been coming up is safes. So different types of safes for jewelry and other things. I'll just say other things, but you understand what those other things are. The safes are coming up as well, in lock boxes. So I've seen those a lot come up in the last couple weeks. Or I'll say in the last few months. Andrew said, I only did one when first starting. Now I do add more so the brand knows I'm doing more than just one piece of content. Very true. Yeah, but if it's somebody who's just getting started, because we still have people who are still kind of leery of creator connections. They're still kind of like, I don't know if it's a good idea. It's a great idea, because some of the stuff on there you probably already have. If you use Guru Nanda, there's campaigns for that. If you use toilet paper, there's some campaigns over there for toilet paper. There's campaigns for paper plates. There's campaigns for plasticware. There's campaigns for shoes, coats, blankets, sheets, you name it, they got it over there. Literally. Uh oh, that's another one. Good, 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 good. I love how y'all going in the chat. You can make an idea list too. Link that in the creator connections. Yep, easy peasy way to fulfill your obligation. Exactly. So you accept, you immediately put a link in there. However you want to set it up, go ahead and put that link. So that way you at least have one link while you're in the process of reaching out to the brand. Andrew said, holy crap, Lane. Yep, the absolute easiest way. And I think I'm in like 50 max creator connections at the moment. Okay, wait. Okay, almost 14. I was about to say, are me and Lane the only ones that are in like a buku a lot of campaigns? Y'all know. I mean, I do have like over 2,000 videos on Amazon. So, and I've been doing this for a minute. So I know which campaigns are going to work for me, which are not. And then I have brands that come back and want to work with me again and again and again. And so like we keep doing campaigns. I spend about 15 minutes each morning entering links. Always a big job at the end of each month when campaigns expire. Yes, that is the worst. So if you're new to Creator Connections or trying to manage it, the worst thing to do is to wait and just wait and say, okay, well, when it's about to end, I'll upload the links. So many campaigns in at the first of the month, the end of the month, the first of the month. You'll get some sprinkled out through the rest, but that first day of the month, it'll be like a couple hundred campaigns. It'll be like 100 campaigns, couple hundred, depending on how many campaigns you've accepted. It could be like a couple hundred campaigns ending on the first. And if you have not put links in and you trying to go through and put it, you gonna stress yourself out. Yeah. Anyone else seeing that only offsite sales are counting towards their CC? I've seen, I've seen, I've seen my, no, I've seen my on-site count towards it as well. But we don't know. So here's the thing: when it comes to on-site, I'm wondering because I've seen on-site content generate clicks in a campaign and before I've even posted the link. So it still should. It still should. If it's not, you might want to reach in and reach out and touch somebody. Talk to somebody. Touch somebody sounded weird. Talk to somebody. I only accept CC campaigns for products I have videos for. That makes sense. Come on, come through, David. He said he has 412, but the extra 17. Come on, David. David, just listen. If you have been saying that you don't want to use Creator Connection because you don't think it's a good idea, go and scroll and look at the comment that David just put into the chat. You missing out. Especially if it's a campaign you already have products. I mean, you already have videos for. You're missing out. And he said it. I only accept campaigns for products I have videos for. Maybe I should start linking the products to everywhere. Just add all of them. That part. I'm going to be rechecking, see what's available this weekend. Yep. And again, this is like you could be okay. Let me find a proper way to say this. You could be in the bathroom, and in your time in the bathroom, go through some Creator Connections campaigns. Just scroll through some things. Also, you already know what you don't want to accept, so it's easy to kind of get rid of those. Lane said, I have 11,000 videos. Whew. We got 250. Okay, hold on. I had a brand come back this morning and say they were not going to pay me my creator fee. They don't have an option because I had joined a wait. Because I had joined a Creator Connection campaign for the product. Oh, yeah. That's true. So, okay. Here's two things when it comes to that. So we've had some issues with with brands saying, "Oh, I don't want you to post an old video for a campaign." That's not written anywhere in the TOS. Post your link. Okay. The second one was if you have a brand that you've been working with and they have a Creator Connection program campaign come up. Now, it's different strokes for different folks. I've pretty much am very like upfront and say, hey, if you have a creator connection campaign coming up, I say let's go through there and let's scrap the rest of it. So let's work on me, because now I don't have to send you any sales data sheets. Because everything's through creator connection. That's a me thing. Definitely a me thing. I don't have to send you a sales data sheet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna disagree with you on that one, and mainly it's because of control. And so if you are selling like a whole bunch of their stuff, you have the cards now to go back to them and be like, hey, maybe we can negotiate a stronger commission rate just for me, as opposed to, what's available in creator connections. So that's kind of the
I'm
one.
glad you said that too.
Yeah.
Now, because it will vary. I've
Right.
had some brands where it wasn't working out, and then when I did the creator connection worked good. That was a better. It started to convert. But when I was just doing the video, I was like, it wasn't converting.
Hmm.
So again, you always have to determine what's going to be best for you. Work it out. Because
Right.
if you can take that information and again, know your numbers, know your numbers, know your numbers. If you can take that information and go back and make more money, work that out.
Yep.
Work that out 100%. This is why we have such an amazing community, because you're going to get different perspectives on the scenarios that we're going through each and every day as influencers on this platform. There are some people that don't make any money on creator connections. And I mean, there's like some people that talk about how they don't get any samples on creator connections. I still to this day don't understand how that works, but okay. But okay. Because if you don't get any samples, it might be a you problem. not a creator connection problem. It may be just you are having some issues that you might need to deal with. We'll talk about that at a different time. But yeah, every experience is going to be different. So you definitely have to make sure what's going to work best for you. Also, Lane knows how to talk to brands. Hear me clearly. Hear me clearly. David Peters knows how to talk to brands. They have buku videos up. They have buku brands that they've worked with. They know how to talk to brands. Please understand, if you do not know how to talk to brands, they will talk you. Well, I don't want to say that because we're recorded. No, I'm going to say it. They will talk you out of your draws.
And that goes back to knowing your value. What can you offer to them that they may not be able to get from somebody else? And what kind of premium can you put on that?
Exactly. Don't think that you're just going to be like, oh, I sold 5 of these and you should send me a sample. And they're going to be like, yay. No. Understand how to talk to brands. And maybe that'll be another session that'll have to be done, is how to communicate with brands. Because I think a lot of people get caught up, because you'll have brands that'll say, oh, can we just do, well, oh, could you do, and they come off sweet, uh, and then you listen, you turn around twice and they head spinning around and you don't understand what's going on and how did it get here. Yes, there is a lot that goes into having proper communication with brands, so that way you are not getting the short end of the stick, because they will try you. They will try you. And not only will they try you, the same way that we come together and we talk as influencers, they talk as brands, they talk as vendors. Well, maybe not the brands as much, but the vendors, they talk. So if you're somebody that accepts free, like always accepts free products, they have sheets. They have data sheets with people's names of who does what, who will send what kind of data, who will do this, they will. We learned the hard way. We learned the hard way. Yeah, they will run you ragged. Um, every day I go to accept it and sort by end date and enter any links that are in red. It's a big job. So I was doing that at one point. If I It's one thing if I'm just entering in, like if I know I already have product videos for it, because again, somehow, some way, they still see the clicks and stuff from product videos. So, but if it's something you don't have any link at all for, that's when it becomes a problem, because now you don't get any type of engagement for that particular product. Yes, it can double your on-site commission. Well worth your time. Creator connections and morning coffee for me. Yeah, we did see the creator connections tab. Um, oh no, you said, oh, the IPX extension update has a CC tab now that will show you which videos on your storefront have creator connection campaigns. Oh, that's interesting. It's a little buggy, but I like it. I wonder if Influencer Fruit has the same, has this, and is it stable? Hmm. David Peter says, I just had that brand said they wanted me to delete my old video and make a new one. They don't want to pay me if I don't do this. They said they are reporting me to Amazon. It isn't an honest sale. I had to explain that any new sale should count, and it should. Doesn't matter how old the video is. Exactly. The
I
last three times I reached out for a sample, though, the company tried to get me to do the buy refund route. Okay, so the buy refund route. Here's the issue with that. Some brands do the buy refund route, and it's because they want you to do a review. Some do the buy refund route because they don't want to do that whole payment with trying to send the product. It just works out easier for them to send it that way. Um, that's a personal. I've stepped back from doing that because you have so many brands that are like, oh, and can you just leave a review? No, I can't. No. uh, but again, like I said, they will run you ragged if you do not know the things that they're doing behind the scenes, the conversations that are being had, and you don't know how to advocate for yourself. Yeah, the buy refund route. Mm-mm. Because, and I've had, mind you, I've had brands send me stuff, and I will tell you this too, because I just, oh, I'm on the phone, duh, so I can't pull up the email. This for the first time ever, I got a, I got a like a weird notice from, so if you don't know, you can sign into, I always call it a specific. The postal service, you can sign in and they give you an alert, or they give you like notifications when you have products coming in, or when you have packages coming in, I should say. So typically I would check it because we have more than one influencer in the home. So we know that, okay, there's packages coming today. So, be on the lookout. It doesn't do it for all the packages, but it catches pretty good amount of them. I got a notice on there this morning that said that the tracking number for something wasn't found. So it was the tracking number was set up. It was given to the postal service. The postal service has it, and now all of a sudden it just got this red notice. I said, I've never seen that. And I'm wondering if that is part of what we about to see happen with all of these changes with the tariffs, and like, are we going to start seeing some interesting things come up? But I did see that, and I was like, that's a little cringy, but it's not in my hands. I don't have nothing. It's the way I've been watching too many crime shows. I don't have anything. It's not in my hands. So that's still on the company. They figure that out. Logie is doing some updates, but I don't know if that's one of them. I know he has some updates that he's doing for Logie, but I don't think that was one of them just yet. Don't beg for samples. Explain to them the value you offer to them. Act needy, and you are toast. That part, yes. Hmm. Indeed, for sure. I make a big chunk of my income from video production fees. I usually charge more than most. Most won't pay it, but I am always busy. That makes sense. I'm not even where sure I'm not responding. I'm not repeating that because we're recording. um uh Andrew said I reached out with zero sales of their products and received over $500 in products. Yep. Agree. Know your worth. Be okay walking away. Yep. Andrew, the value you offer is not necessarily sales numbers. Exactly. Truth, Danielle, the more you get told no, the easier it is to walk away. Embrace the no's. If you ain't getting samples, you probably need to work on your pitch. Exactly. And if they, because they can already see well, hopefully you're sending them your storefront or content you already posted. If you're not, that's another thing that you're missing out on. If you're sending them content that you already have, then they can see the work that you can do. It makes a big difference. Ahad, I forgot he was even in the room. Sorry. Many do this also for ranking their products. Exactly. The more sales, the better ranking. Avoid it. It's against TOS. There you go. There you have it. I told you they do. They will have you. They will talk you out your drawers. I told you. Well, not Cheryl, but they'll talk the rest of you. They'll talk the rest of you out your drawers. It's against terms of service. Mm-hmm. I use a Chrome extension that will search my videos and give me a list of my matching ASINs to CC campaigns. Okay. There's a Chrome extension. Wait, is there just like a random Chrome extension? Yeah, you got to give us that the deets, right? We should. You got to tell us. I have a bunch of packages that are not being delivered. They get returned and it says package not accepted, which is confusing. Now, has that been, Megan, has that been more so this year or in the last couple months? Or has that always been something?
That's actually been just this year. So like it's been, I would say in the last uh 9 months it started happening, and it's so irritating because I don't understand why it keeps, like, I had for, I would say, 3 months nothing got delivered at all. What's going on? I went up to the post office. I asked what's going on. I said, why does it keep saying this package was refused? It never brought to the door. Nobody ever showed up. I never saw the package. The delivery address is correct. They have no answers. So, but then after I went up there and complained, suddenly I started getting some of them.
So
I
now
just
I will give insight to one part that was happening starting this year. When they started talking about the tariffs, a big shift for the postal service was something, and we talked about this a few weeks back. Yeah, like a few weeks back. Um, it meant that they had before they didn't have to do as much of a check when it came to what was being shipped in. Um, so because they now had to do more of a check because there was a tariff on everything instead of just some things or a certain a dollar over a certain dollar amount, now they had to check more things. They needed to upgrade the system in order to do so. So I know that that did make a little, that created a little jankiness for a good amount of time. And now I don't know if that's still creating jankiness when it comes to the postal service, because I've gotten stuff now, mind you, stuff that comes from through the Amazon delivery drivers haven't had any problems. Stuff that's come through the UPS truck, UPS, no problems. FedEx, no problems. It's just been with them. And I think I feel like it was partially because of that. Like it may be attached to that, but we don't know because we've never been in this space to experience what that's going to look like or what that's going to do. Like how is that going to harm us as influencers? We knew that we were going to kind of get some things that would kind of be a little off, but we still don't even know the full scale or the full like landscape of what it's going to look like, as they have the same amount of things that come in, but they have to do more work and they don't have more people. That part. So that may potentially be part of it. I guess we just kind of got to wait and see. Has anybody else been having any issues as well? I saw Andrew said uh, USPS irritates me. They've sent some of my online purchases on worldwide trips. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? From within my own state to not really on, wait, pause, time out. Really on a worldwide trip. Like I was thinking, because I've had packages come from Jersey. I'm in Delaware, but the package has gone from Jersey to Maryland back to Delaware. You just said that your package went to Japan. Not from your state to Japan to the EU and then back to your state. What was the reason? what, what, what was the reason? I get frustrated because I'll be like, why? If Jersey is right there, why did it have to go all the way to Maryland to come all the way back to Delaware? What are we doing? What are y'all doing with the pack? What are you doing with the package? Thank you for putting that link. The link for the extension is in the comments, you guys. I think it's lazy employees because that happened to me around Christmas. Ooh, a lot until I complained. Oh, did you see around Christmas? Now I know we're at the 1 o'clock hour, so we're gonna do the last bit of questions and stuff so we don't keep them too long. But during the Christmas season, did you see what they people were literally dropping packages off on the side of the road? They were literally dropping packages off on the side of, like, people would drive up and say this, like there's a whole bunch of packages just sitting there on the side of the road. um some, I guess there were some people that got fired because of it, but yeah, that happened a whole way too many times. A whole lot in different parts of the US, where delivery drivers were getting frustrated because the amount of packages that they had, and they were literally just driving over to the side of the road. Somebody went in the woods and there was like stacks of packages just there. Um, from Michigan to, first of all, for it to go to Michigan to Japan is crazy. That's crazy work. Not it coming from Japan, it going from Michigan to Japan. We can't explain it. I ship out eBay, and some of those packages take 3 weeks. Uh, Beach vacations in the opposite direction. Exactly. Exactly. Carrie just asked the question: is anyone doing deals live streams or shopping live streams for items that are not on Amazon? For example, uh, Pottery Barn finds, Williams Sonoma. Doing it on social media. That's a good question. On YouTube. Okay. That's a good question. And we haven't really heard anybody talk about the YouTube program recently. I know TikTok is still thriving and doing well. TikTok just went through and did another sweep of banning accounts. So that just happened. Andrew said he considered it.
In the past 90 days on YouTube, I've made about $200 in the affiliate program that they have.
Okay.
So something.
Yeah. So, and again, they had, theirs is, I forgot what the threshold was for
I
being
think
in
it's
their program.
20,000 or 10,000 subscribers is kind of what you need, I think.
Okay.
Um, but then once you get that, kind of like on Pinterest or TikTok, you have to go in and tag the product, but you can tag it after the video's been uploaded, which is really nice.
Okay.
And they also have a feature. It doesn't work for my channel. I don't know why, but my friend's channel does, where it'll auto figure out what your video is about, and it'll auto tag the product for you, which is really cool. And then they have all the different, like, it's not just one particular store that you can choose from. They give you like a list of stores, and you can pick the one with the best price or the one with the best commission, however you want to do it, so that you have a little bit of variance with where your customers can shop.
Mm.
So yeah, it's definitely, I think it's worth the time to go in and tag a few products if you're in the program, just so that you can start to get a little bit of sales in.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then Carrie was talking about the QR codes, using the
Mm.
QR codes on YouTube.
I do that too, yeah. And the reason for that too is because a lot of the younger generation is watching YouTube videos on a big screen TV. And so they have their phone in their hand and they can just grab that QR code right then and there.
Sure said 50 years, I may have 20,000 subs. Listen, you never know. You may post a video that goes viral and you get 50,000 subs over the weekend.
YouTube is a long game. So
Yeah, definitely. YouTube is definitely a long game. I feel like YouTube is a long game. Pinterest is a long game, but there's potential for, like, it's like anything can happen. Um, so even the ones that are a long game, there's potential for something else to happen. But yeah, you always look at it as this is the long game. I'm posting here
yeah.
because on Pinterest, somebody can find your picture, your video, your link 2 years from now and click on it because it just happens to be what they're looking for at that time. So, oh yes, she said she has to educate her older viewers on how to screenshot with the phone if you're watching on the phone.
I think
That
a
part.
lot of people kind of understand now how QR codes work. I mean, maybe like super old people, but I haven't had any people like say anything in the comments or anything about that. So
Just so
uh,
y'all know, I did not say that. Lane said that.
I said, what?
Calling them super old. Lane said that. I didn't say it.
That's up to you. I mean, there's apparently 115-year-olds out there. They may not know.
Apparently, there's 200-year-olds out there.
Yeah,
That
right.
was crazy.
Or maybe that one 349-year-old. They
Yes,
might need a little bit of
indeed.
education. But again, that's why, I like to put all my stuff out there on every social media platform that I can, because you never know which one's going to hit in the short term. You never know which one's going to hit in the long term. And it gives you that breadth and that diversity that you need to be able to hit, the younger ones on TikTok and the 349-year-olds on YouTube.
Exactly. And so I hit everything that was on my list for today, you guys. I think we hit all the comments and all the questions. The only last thing that I want to give you guys before we head out is this is the time for you to start revving up your marketing for the spring sale. Don't wait until the spring sale to start posting about the spring sale. What do I mean? That means this is the time to start posting stuff in your stories with links to your storefront, so that way you could get people acclimated to come into your storefront, even if you're doing it a couple times a week, few times a week. I You may do 3 posts a week, but get them in the habit of, oh, there's a link, let me see what it goes to, or let me see where it is. So posting a story, you can do videos in your stories, you can do video, a picture, and have it post right there. Same thing. If you're going to be posting on Pinterest, if you're going to be posting on YouTube, now is the time for you to get, into the flow, so that way people start seeing the content and it goes out. Also, if you have videos, or products that you have to do videos for, now's the time to get it up. Get it uploaded before Monday. I'm trying to told you. Get it uploaded before Monday. Get it. You best to be get it. I can talk. It's best to have it uploaded by the end of the day today, because it gives it a couple days to cycle through, and then when the sale is going on, it's already cycling through. So it's already getting engagement and getting hits. So if you have products that you still need to do videos for this weekend, if you can get them done, get them done. Get those videos uploaded. I would say no later than Saturday night, but if you got to push it to Sunday, push it to Sunday. But before Monday, try to get all those videos uploaded, so that way it'll be in rotation while the big sale is going on. And don't forget, again, we know that Hall is doing a 50% off sale, and Amazon has the spring sale. So, all right, I think we got everything. I appreciate y'all. Yes, prep them and schedule content to release during the sale. Exactly. I appreciate you guys. We made it to 111. Thank you, Emmy. You are a rock star. We always appreciate you being in the background and moving and shaking on our behalf. Again, there is no 2 o'clock call, you guys. No 2 o'clock call today. So if you do have any questions concerning Logie, put them in the Logie group. Somebody from the team will come in and answer your question. AHUD may see it and come in and answer it. Or if we see that AHUD hasn't seen it, we typically try to tag him in it so that way he can see it as well. You guys have a great weekend. Oh, appreciate it. Have a good one, y'all.
I